Yo, what's going on then, guys? It's your boy Ben Gregson or Dilemma here. So a couple of days ago, I played in a online winner box tournament. Ended up winning the whole thing. I won myself a box of Genesis Impact. Playing what I think is a very incorrect version of Zefra. But I played it as a bit of a meme and a bit of a joke, and it ended up working out really well for me. So I'll show everything round by round over the next couple of days. Originally, I didn't have much content planned for today. I didn't really want to upload. But I figured you guys deserve the content, so here's the content. So opening hands from both players. My opponent has opened Droplets Archer Network Droplet Set Rotation. So he appears to be on the Numeron Subterra deck that's being played in high rated DB at the moment. Versus my hand of Oracle, Zefra Ash, Zefra Naga, and Zefra Providence. Naga is something I've been testing to make Omega with and stuff like that. Hasn't been phenomenal in testing, but it's been okay to the point where I'm willing to put it in the deck. So I am going first, and you're going to see me take a slightly different line of play, which results in me not actually having Path on board. Mainly because I actually know who this guy is. He's actually a friend of mine, and I know exactly what deck he's playing. That and, like, so in this version, we're not searching Path. Path is something in the sideboard, not in the main board. So you're going to see me fetch Divine Strike and then summon Crocodragon. We're going to use Crocodragon and Oracle. And we're actually going to stack some new tech that I've been testing. So this is Overdrive Teleporter. So essentially what Overdrive Teleporter does is you pay 2,000 life and summon 2 level 3 Psychics from your deck. What this allows you to do is something really cool. So we're going to tribute summon the Overdrive Teleporter and special summon Nian Nian and Lulu. Now, the reason we're playing these two particular ones is because if you open Nian and Lulu, it's a free level 6 Synchro, which means they're not technically bricks, even though they are. The other reason is Nian's an extender, so in the late game when you normal summon a level 3, she just comes back from the grave for free. So we're going to Synchro with the Lulu and Nian into Stardust Charge Warrior. Use Stardust Charge Warrior and draw Zefra War, which is kind of cool. And then we're going to overlay for Beatrice and use Beatrice to send Blaze Accelerator Reload. So the reason we're doing it this way is because obviously I've been having a problem with the Zoo matchup, and this makes the Zoo matchup completely free. Like if you resolve this combo turn 1, Zoo just can't play. And we've ended on 3, so we've ended on 1, 2, 3, 4 interruptions. In comparison to like Path with a Floodgate. So we'll actually be able to interact with our opponent. As our opponent activates Set Rotation, gives us Numeron Network and takes Hidden City for himself. I choose to activate Zefra War here. I probably should have just Ashed in hindsight, but I wanted to Zefra War to remove the field spell. And then a illegal play happens, so under Set Rotation he activates Numeron Network. So this never should have happened, and it was caught by judges afterwards. But honestly, I get to show off the fact that I can Scattershot him now. So despite the illegal play being made, I am just going to Volcanic Scattershot him as he attempts to end main phase. I'm going to Scattershot him. So what Scattershot does, well, what Reload does, is during the main phase you can banish it from your graveyard during either player's main phase, and send a Volcanic monster from your deck to the graveyard. So you send Volcanic Scattershot, and what Scattershot does is it burns your opponent for 500, and then if it's sent by the effect of a Blaze Accelerator, you send the other 2 from the deck to the grave, and then you blow up their board. So essentially it's a one-sided dark hole during either player's turn that burns your opponent for 1500 life. I'm going to use Beatrice to send Providence because my game plan for this turn is to search War, clear his board, and I want to be able to keep my stuff alive with the Providence, which is why this is going to stay here. I'm going to activate his Numeron Network, then Terraforming for Oracle. Activate the Oracle to fetch Zefra Wendy. Use Zefra to send Zefraxodon, and then normal summon Wendy. Nian should be coming out at this point, which would allow me a line into Nirvana High Paladin as well. But I opt not to summon Nian because I know I have game anyway. Technically I should be summoning Nian, but I also want to play around Nib, and this way I can for sure play around Nib. I show him the Divine Strike from the previous turn just to flex on him. Use Exoton to put the Zefrath into the extra deck, so now my Divine Strike's live to beat Nib anyway. I'm going to Ash his Archer, and then I'm going to make M7 add back the Ash, and he's just going to scoop it up from there. It's more than lethal. So game 2, my opponent's going to get to go first. And the opening hands are Numeron Wall, Droplet, Fiendus, Dark Magician, Red Eyes Fusion, versus Nui, Wrath, Providence, Nui, Terraforming. So he opts to take the Zexal line, which gets punished by Gamma, and usually you draw Gamma when you play Zefra, but today was just not my day. Also, he overlays them all for the Numeron gate, but we're gonna fix that. So he actually does make the Zexal here. Past his turn, we draw Zefra Providence. I ask him if he wants to do anything with the Zexal. He says no. I use Providence. I use Oracle. Oracle grabs me Thuban. I scale the Zefrath. Use the Zefrath effect. And this is where I genuinely enjoy recording these videos. So I make a big mistake. What I should have done is activated my other scale and then pendulum summoned. If he's that determined to not let me resolve Gamma, I should have scaled this, pendulum summoned Thuban, and grabbed a 9 pillars in response to, after he Zexals, because at that point he's not scared of Gamma. So then I have 9 pillars for a potential Red Eyes fusion, and also to stop his Zexal from activating on the next turn. The route I chose to take was to normal summon the Thuban, and he droplets the Thuban and then chains the Zexal, so I can't activate a second pendulum scale to be able to pendulum summon. So he activates Red Eyes Fusion, pops my Thuban, that's fine. I take 5k damage here. I draw Camion for turn. I scale Zefraxi, and then I activate Zefrath. He changed Dragoons to Zefrath to negate my Zefrath, and then he activates Zexals, so I'm forced to pass. But I normal summon Camion. What Camion actually does is it just allows us to stall for a turn, because Dragoon can't pop it and it can't die by battle. So we enter the standby phase. In the standby phase, Camion shuffles back at the very start. My opponent changes the Zexal to the Camion activation, and we draw the Gamma for turn, and my opponent has no cards in hand to stop us, and at this point we're just going to run him over. Because we do draw Gamma eventually. I make a weird line here though. So I summon double Nui, activate the Wendy, grab Thuban, grab 9 pillars, and what I should have done is actually just let these get banished. But instead I make Omega for some reason, which is like totally wrong, but it's fine. Because I attempt to activate the Omega. Oh wait, he activates the Dragoon, targeting my Omega. I chain my Omega instead of just chaining my 9 pillars, and then he just negates the Omega anyway. So we both just played horribly at that point. 9 pillars search Zefra Wall, use Zefra Wall to pop the Zap monster because we just don't want it being Guru, and we win the game from there. So if you guys did enjoy this video, please remember to hit the like button. If you'd like to see Zefra go into Overdrive with the Overdrive Teleporter version, I can make a deck profile on it. If you guys really want it, just let me know in the comment section down below. I'll be posting a couple more videos of myself playing rather than other people, because I realize you guys are here to see me. And that's going to be it for today's video, guys. Also, I am 48 hours clean of smoking. So I apologize if my throat sounds a bit raspy. It's just due to the fact that I'm not smoking, therefore my throat is quite severely suffering and talking hurts. But yeah, enjoy the video, guys. Have a fantastic day, stay hydrated, and I'll see you in a bit. Bye.